Okay, I'm live. And I forgot my water bottle as soon as I went live. Y'all are gonna come with me to get my water bottle. Got it. All right. Okay. That looks fine. I think we're good. Scoop this down just a bit. Okay, all right, we're good, we're good. Okay, we're going to start with the One World Tarot. Actually, I think this is the only deck I'm going to use for this stream because it's the first one I grabbed and it's the one I helped co-create. So, of course, we're going to use it today. All right. We have, I see 2 people in the room and some thumbs up. Nice, okay. All right. Cool, I didn't realize I could put a poll in the middle of like the stream here. Sweet. Hi Teresa, welcome. Swasti Anand, hello, welcome. I remember you from last time. I didn't know you could put a poll in the chats, or in the chat, I guess, on stream. So that's kind of cool. So that's what I have going there. We're gonna get shuffled. Hope everybody has had a good week and a good weekend so far. I'm just curious, do you consider Sunday the beginning of the week or the end of the week? I always have considered Sunday to be the last day of the week, and I always think that the week starts on Monday, but a lot of that could be from my past several years of like working in education and, you know, working the jobs that would give me weekends off. So yeah, you guys think it's the end of the week? Yeah. See, I agree. I don't know. It's really, really weird to me when people go through the days of the week and they're like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's like, yo, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those are all the days of the week. School starts on Monday. Or at least that's how I taught it when I taught preschool. All right. So we're doing tarot readings today. I have like I'd said earlier, I have the One World Tarot here, created by the wonderful Lena Rodriguez, co-authored by myself. I'm Sienna Rose. And we had our amazing, beautiful Alexandra Philippek with her, oh my god, her art is just gorgeous. I don't know if I have links to Lena or Alexandra in my description, but if I don't, I'll have to add them for next time. If you like this deck that we're going to be using today for the next hour or two, and you want to find out where to get it for yourself, you can find that in the description. All right, so Swasti Anand and Gracie Emma. Okay. All right, Swasti Anand is asking what's coming towards me, and then Gracie, you got to put a question in the chat if you want a reading. Oh, also, I don't know if you guys can see the chat like rules or guidelines, but I did add one saying you have to be 18 or over to get a tarot reading, okay? I don't do tarot readings or psychic readings for minors without and like their adult present giving consent, and with the teenager or whatever giving consent as well. But it's just easier to say you got to be 18 or over for a tarot reading. Okay, cool. Teresa says, I bought the deck, but don't know how to read it yet. It takes time and practice. If you got the One World Tarot, like this book is going to have, it's a pretty thick book. It's thicker than most tarot guidebooks. It has a lot of information in it. I know Lena Rodriguez did an amazing job explaining how it works and different ways that you can use it. And then I got in there helping with like the keywords for different cards, etc. Okay. All right, so first we have Swasti Anand, and then we have Gracie. So Swasti is asking what's coming towards them in the future. Near future? Yeah, we're going to read on the near future. So what's coming in Swasti's life? And then you know who. Hello and welcome. Put your question in the chat. Depending on how busy the chat gets, I'll try and get to everybody, but I might make some mistakes here and there and miss someone, so I'm just going to say that right off the start. No offense intended if I don't get to you or, you know, whatever. I'm here quite regularly, so I'm sure you'll catch me again. All right, so what's coming for Swasti Anand? I didn't grab my oracle cards. I might do that after this. Near future, Swasti Anand. Oh, okay, interesting, interesting. Oh, this looks good for you. Okay. First we have 10 of Cups. That's like our happy family, our happy home life. And when I say family, that, you know, that can be the family you grew up with or the family of your creation. It can be adoptive, biological, or just chosen family. So that can include friends and just loved ones that you consider to be part of your heart family. Okay. So there's happiness here because Five of Swords, you and another person or a couple of people, but I'm just going to say, just for clarity's sake, for you and another person have decided to just drop something. There was something maybe you weren't agreeing on, or something that just, there was some kind of discord, I think that's the word. Anyway, between you two, but you both came to this really valuable realization. I'm going to quote Ram Dass. Ram Dass had so many amazing lectures and talks and stuff. And in one of his teachings on relationship, you know, karma and spirituality and stuff, when it came to having peace with each other, especially after like a fight, he's like, do you want to be right or do you want to be free? And it seems as though, Swasti, you and the other person or people involved have decided you would rather be free instead of worrying about who's right. With our Ace of Swords, that's like, correct, check mark, whatever, right? So whatever it was, you've realized it's more important that you get along instead of, well, I was right and you were wrong, and it's the principle of the thing. We got Three of Cups, friendship and closeness, and just this joy of like coming back together with someone. Okay. All right. Do I feel like getting my oracle cards? Honestly, no, not really. Just tarot today. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of third-party question readings about what's going to be so-and-so's reaction to me doing this, or how does this person feel about me. I'm very careful about what I call third-party readings, is when you're trying to get a reading about somebody else that isn't you. On a case-by-case basis, sometimes we can do these, but I might have to tweak a couple of your questions if I choose to do some of these third-party reading requests, okay? All right, so Gracie Emma is asking, she was next on the list. Gracie Emma is asking, what is my future going to be like? Okay, so let's take a look at the near future. And when I say near future, I'm saying like the next 3 to 6 months. Near future for Gracie Emma. Next 3 to 6 months. What's going on? Anything for her to look out for? Anything to pay attention to? What's going on? Okay. All right. It seems like maybe with this Hermit card, like you could have been spending quite a bit of time alone. With our Six of Cups next to it, it could mean that you've been either spending some time alone for the last 6 months, or just not around like people that you used to always spend your time around. For whatever reason, right? That's okay. There's no shaming, no nothing. This is just what I seem to be getting, okay? But I'm also getting with our Six of Cups, there's like a nostalgia and a fondness for, oh my God, I remember when we used to do that in the past. And this has to do with your friendships. It's like, oh my God, remember like, because I'm not sure how old you are, but like I said, you got to be over 18 to get a reading. So if you're asking for a reading, I'm going to just assume you're over 18. So maybe it's like thinking back to certain like times with your high school friends or your junior high friends, or like your college roommates and college friends. Like, oh my God, the stuff that we got up to, like that was crazy. And like you have all these really like fun stories and fun memories and stuff of your guys' time together. But it seems like life has kind of taken you and this person or these people on your own paths. And that's okay, but sometimes we miss them, right? And I can see where maybe you're kind of struggling now because it's like, oh, I really wish I had these people with me to talk to. They made this, whatever experience, you know, you're going through, like, oh, they made this so much easier back then because like they understood and we were all in this together. But in the near future, what I'm seeing is friendship and like being able to spend time with people that you haven't seen in a while, that you want to spend time with, okay? It's not like somebody that you've got no contact with is going to be like, hey, I'm back. No, it's not like that. It's something that you would be happy with. When we estimate timing, Three of Cups can also be 3 months. So perhaps in the next 3 months, you do find yourself spending more time with these friends or with this person that you're very nostalgic for your time with them, etc. Bottom of the deck, I have the Lovers card. So it's like, these people still care about you. They still love you very much. Perhaps there could be a romantic relationship, you know, within the next few months for you. So if you're, struggling with kind of like feeling alone or feeling kind of like lost in adulthood, and you wish you can kind of go back to those easier days, there is the opportunity for you to reconnect with friends that you had these awesome times with, to create more memories to be nostalgic for in the future. So that's what I have for you. I hope that was very helpful. All right. Hi, Lilith. Welcome to, Lilith. And wow, we have a whole bunch of people that just joined. Lilith is one of my moderators. She's been around forever. One of my I'm going to say all of my moderators are my most helpful moderators. But she always seems to be here for me on stream, and I appreciate that. Teresa would like a reading. You know, who would like a reading? Okay, I see Ken's question next. Ken saying, I keep dreaming of winning the lottery with 2 different amounts. What does this mean? Like 2 different amounts of the prize money? Because, I mean, those are fun dreams to have. I've only ever once dreamt about winning the lottery, and I went and bought a ticket on that day. Didn't win, but I think the dream had some other kind of meaning, because around that time I did find myself succeeding in other areas of life. But let's just look at your tarot cards and see what we got. So what's up with Ken dreaming about winning the lottery? Was it two different dreams? Oh, keep dreaming of winning the lottery. Two different amounts. Oh, right. Winning the lottery with two different amounts. What's going on? What is this dream all about? Okay. Wow. I'm not going to say literally the lottery, but okay. Wheel of Fortune. This is like something big that's like kind of like destined to happen for you, some kind of fated event or like canon event for you in your life. And it does have to do with financial stability. And like I am getting the word wealth. Spirit, is this like monetary or is it like assets? Okay, I'm seeing like paychecks, I'm seeing assets, the word assets. So, you know, it could be like your home or properties or anything like that that either you do own or might be able to eventually own. Looking at the bottom of the deck, it is because of like a project or some kind of, I usually see this as like a creative work, but definitely something that you have spent a lot of time and effort on. I would say it's a creative project. Now, creativity doesn't always just mean music or art. It could be like construction, you know, building something. It could be like just designing something, you know, the laying down the prep work or the blueprints or something. And then the finished product ends up like paying you really well, or you end up getting like a really big reward for whatever this work is that you're doing. Okay. Just curious if there's anything else that we can know about that, because that's cool. And it's long-term stability. That is like the strongest vibe that comes in out of all three of those cards. It's like long-term security. Like you're not going, if you're paycheck to paycheck right now, eventually you won't be, right? Eventually you will have savings and investments, should that be something you're interested in. But I did get that word investments and like good return on investments in the future. So yeah, I don't know if it's like lottery, but there is a lot of abundance coming your way. So congrats, that's exciting for you. I just want to see if there was anything else. Something, yeah, Justice card, something's balanced out. Perhaps if you have debts or anything, you will be able to pay them off and balance them. I just am hearing balance the checkbook. I don't know who uses a checkbook anymore, but I know at this point it's just become a saying. But you know, like your bank balance, something is back up where it needs to be. Perhaps this could also be like your credit score or something goes back to like a decent rating or whatever, a decent amount. So that's awesome for you. That's what I'm getting with that, with the cards, with what your dream is about. Cool. Okay, that's the next one is a third party question. I don't feel like reading on. Gabby, that one is also a third party. I'm not really comfortable reading on this, but let's see if I can change the question a little bit. Okay, Spirit, is there anything that Gabby needs to be aware of? Because she's going to tell someone that she's seeing somebody else. Is there anything that Gabby needs to be aware of before she does this? I think that's okay to ask. Yeah. So before Gabby tells this other person that she's dating someone else, is there anything she needs to know? Now, I know you were asking what that other person's reaction was going to be, and I wasn't sure if that was okay to read on, but what I have here, I think it is okay to say this person is going to actually be happy for you. You know, maybe it will, depending on what your, if this was someone you dated in the past, you know, and you're telling your ex that kind of wants you back, nah, sorry, like I'm with someone else, like they're going to be like, oh, that's, you know, that's okay. We have the Sun card. Ultimately, they're going to want what's going to make you happy. And they will come to realize that eventually they'll find what makes them happy. And they'll have a relationship that makes them happy. Even if it's not a relationship with you, they'll still have their happiness elsewhere. And they are going to realize that you're going to have your happiness elsewhere. Okay? Now, anything else, I asked Spirit, anything for you to know? This is like an exciting new beginning for you. It's a brand new, we always talk about a brand new chapter in life, a brand new, but like this is brand new energy. It's a completely different experience than what you've had before, this relationship, this person that you're seeing now. I'm seeing for this like relationship, this new relationship for you, Gabby, I'm seeing long-term. You and this person are both going to put in the hard work. You're both going to make the effort to have a healthy relationship and healthy connection with each other. I do see, and I'm going to show you what's on the bottom of my deck too, okay? We got the Hierophant, we got the Four of Wands. Four of Wands literally depicts a wedding, you know, peace and harmony, family coming together kind of a thing. Hierophant is the more legal aspect of things like marriage or common law partnership, whatever, you know, it's up to you. Should you choose to, you know, marry or just stay common law partners or just be like long-term partners. But I do see that this is a possibility for you. And over time, your ex, if they're not happy for you right away, don't worry about that. That's really not your responsibility. That's just, you know, it's on them to sit with their feelings and figure it out. But eventually they will see how happy that you are and they'll be like, you know what? Good for her. I think this is okay. You know, I'm happy for her. Good for her. It might take them a little bit to get to that point, but they will. They'll be happy for you. Okay? So that's what I got. Sunflower. That one's a little bit too third party. I'm not sure I'm comfortable reading on that. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, Lilith, I'm glad you like my makeup. I tried a new look today with the sticky. These are not my real lashes. Oh my God, could you imagine? With the sticky lashes, the press-ons or whatever you call them. So I thought that was kind of new. I've been trying a new, I'm experimenting, having fun with eyeshadow. I never used to give a shit about makeup. Not really. I did and then I didn't, and now I just have fun with it. So I'm always experimenting with new looks that I'm not ever really sure, because I know what I think of it, but I'm never really sure if it's like, wow, does that look good or is that like really out there? So thanks. Deep Thinker is asking, can you please tell about my career? Okay, so Deep Thinker's career. Okay. Deep Thinker's career. I'm gonna just go do a real quick thing, all right? I will return. Hang on. I gotta unhook myself. Yeah, that lighting is a little bit better. There we go. I had to do some adjustments. The sun was coming in, and I love the sunshine, but not when it's like shining right directly into my eye. My sensory issues are just like, hell no. Don't mind me. Just reconnecting myself. There we go. All right. Okay, we're ready to go. We're good to go. Now, deep thinker's career spirit. What should deep thinker know about their career? What do they need to know right now? Words are hard. Okay. First of all, I have the Empress. Something's growing. And we're going to get a little bit more in depth on this in a minute. I'm just going to show you kind of what else I have here, and then we'll connect it to this like growing message, because there's just like really, really big potential that I'm seeing for you with this Empress. Okay. Anyways, currently it seems like either you are like juggling two different jobs, or you're kind of like taking on extra work where you are at currently. And, you know, it's one of those things that's like in the short term, that's fine, but it's not sustainable, right? It's not sustainable to be taking on the work of two people and only being paid for one. Even when you are getting paid extra for the extra work, even then, sometimes it's really, really hard to keep up. And I see where that could be causing you some major stress with that Devil card. Don't worry about this Devil card, okay? This is not anything that's going to come and happen to you in the future. This is just representing like stress that you're feeling and dealing with right now. That's coming to an end, okay? The stress, the doing, there's something about like you're not quite at the point where you're doing too much. But if you kept going this way, doing, like I said, either multiple people's jobs at once, or balancing, like maybe you are part of two different projects, or you have two jobs or something like that, I see where it's become stressful. Again, not to the point where you're like completely about to burn out. You're not going to get to that point of like full on burnout where something really big happens with your health or your body and all of a sudden you just can't work, right? So if you're worried about that happening, don't. However, you know, I'm not a doctor. I don't give medical advice. All of this stuff is for entertainment purposes and just for your personal guidance, okay? I like knowing that this like extra, like I'm seeing an imbalance even with this workload. I'm seeing, and don't worry, we will again connect it with this Empress, but I'm just kind of letting Spirit do its thing. With this imbalance, what am I seeing? I get the word unevenly yoked. That's like a Bible thing. I haven't studied the Bible in years. I kind of left the whole Christianity thing behind many years ago, but if that's something that resonates with you, I mean, that's totally fine. That's okay. I'm just saying that's one thing that's coming in, and I'm seeing an imbalance, and I'm seeing something about like shoulders imbalance. Now, I don't know if that's literally for you or if this is just figuratively. Spirit's showing me it's a memory, okay? And it comes from my personal life, and it's just to illustrate my point, okay? There is, they're still around. There is someone in my family who, when we were kids going to school, she had a messenger bag instead of a backpack. So the messenger bag, you know, has one strap, it goes on one shoulder, and it's supposed to go cross body to kind of balance the weight, and you're supposed to kind of alternate which shoulder. This person always had the messenger bag hanging on one shoulder, not cross body. And after a while, she developed scoliosis because of the constant weight and the constant imbalance in her shoulders, and it messed with her muscles. It screwed up parts of like her spine. Like, I think she's okay she's okay now. It's been, how many years ago is this? Like, it's been at least 15 years, more than that. And I think she's good now, but it caused her problems for a long time because of just something that wasn't properly balanced. And I'm translating this back to your like working situation. Before, let's say, not that you're going to get scoliosis from literally from your situation, but like, let's say before you like figuratively develop scoliosis, you know, before you develop serious problems, something is going to come to an end and stop this imbalance. Now, I do still have Empress, what's growing. We're going to take a look at what is growing for you. This is exciting for you. I'm very excited for you. Like, oh, wow. So what's growing? We have Queen of Wands. Now, the gender on these court cards isn't that important. You know, whether you're male or female and this card comes up for you, it's really not that important. It's the energy that's present. Okay? So what's growing for you is like you're getting more creative control over something. Or like you, again, I don't know what your work is, but maybe you become like the project manager for something that you guys have been working on, and you're able to actually implement the ideas that you have and do things in the way that works best for you. You know, with like the resources that you have that work best for you or that you're most comfortable with using or whatever. And then I have the Sun, which is like there's happiness, there's joy. I'm getting something about simplicity too with the Sun. I've never had that come up with the Sun card before. But like simple, yeah, simplicity and like the simple joys and enjoying like smaller things. I think what's going on is your work life is becoming much simpler. King of Cups. I wonder if maybe there's like a new, I can always clarify this. But I do see, again, gender doesn't matter, but I am picking up masculine energy with this. Maybe there is a new hire at your work or something. There is a male in your work environment who is going to be able to help you so that you don't end up becoming overburdened, right? And maybe there's, you know what it is? And I shouldn't even say maybe, because I do just feel this. Yeah, the workload is balanced. It's fair again. That might be why it's simpler for you. And what's growing is this like this joy and this like there's just this easy energy. When I say easy, I just mean like it's not so complicated anymore. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Deep Thinker. Aaliyah Khan is saying one card for me. So Aaliyah, welcome to the channel. Thank you for being here on stream. One card for Aaliyah. Spirit, what is the message for Aaliyah from this one card? What is the message? Anything that she needs to know right now? What can we get with this one? What? Whoa! Did you see how many I had come flying out of there? Holy crap. Spirit actually has a lot of messages for you, and it's going to be hard to pack it all into one card, but we're going to do the best we can here. Okay, we have Four of Swords. Some people see swords in a reading and they automatically associate the suit of swords with bad or with fighting or harm or like coldness. No. So don't worry about this, getting swords. This is just telling you to rest. Your body needs to rest. And again, not a medical professional. I do not offer medical advice. I just relay the messages that come in, okay? So Yeah, I'm just seeing here, getting that your body needs rest, but your mind also needs rest. I'm getting the word overcompensating. Something, is it Spirit, is it the body or the mind that's overcompensating? Oh, okay, I see. It's kind of both, and they're sort of interconnected. The mind has to work harder to process more information than it usually needs to handle, and that's exhausting on your body. Again, I don't do diagnoses or anything like that, but like a good example would be like, let's just say you had sensory processing issues and you've been in an environment lately that's either very busy, very fast paced, or it's very loud, or there's a lot of talking, and maybe like for people who have trouble processing like auditory stimulus and the stuff that they hear, like it can be very stressful. So you're working harder to be able to remember and pay attention. And that in turn makes your body really tired because of the amount of energy that you are expending, you know, putting into just trying to have a normal day and function normally. Now, if this is not what you've been dealing with, congratulations. I'm very happy for you. But there is something though, yeah, with your mind and your body. And the mind has had to work, the brain's had to work harder than usual with processing stuff. And that's been making your body really tired. So the message is to rest. It's okay to say no to things. It's okay to reschedule things. I'm getting that word reschedule. Within reason, of course. Some things I understand can't really be rescheduled, but there are some, you know, the things that you can. Maybe if you're just like, oh my gosh, I really do not want to do this thing on Monday. I know I don't really have to get it done until Friday, but like, I just want to get it over with. Like, just reschedule a bit, like do a little bit, like, it's just an example. Like, try taking Monday off and doing it on Tuesday or whatever. Like, you're going to have to adjust it to fit your situation, but that's kind of what I'm getting. Main message though, you need to rest. And then you'll start to feel better. Excuse me, hiccups. You'll start to feel better. You'll be able to think more clearly is the other thing that I'm getting. This is a really weird mental image, but I trust spirit, so I'm gonna just go with it. Think of like, if you have an air filter in your home, and when the filter is kind of full and needs to be changed, it's kind of dirty, the air purifier, I guess, if that's what it's actually called, whatever, the machine has to work harder and use more energy to still try and do its job. So by you resting, it's like changing out that filter, right? Yeah, there's just some kind of a mental reset that you need, and it is going to help you to feel better in the future. Maybe you need a holiday or like just some time off, or, you know, just like a couple extra hours on your day off to like sleep in or have a nap or something like that. Just take it, there's something about taking it easy for the next, and what if we do timing with tarot, 4 of Swords is 4 weeks. So there's something about just taking it easy for the next 4 weeks and just being gentle with yourself. Okay? So that's what I have for you. Atif is saying, when will I get my government job? All right, sure, let's look at that. Let's try and do an estimate with the tarot. Now, estimating timing and stuff, it's not an exact science because of things like our free will decisions and other people's free will decisions. We can't really change that, but what tarot does tell us or do for us is give us a look at possibilities, right? Based on the energy that's present right now. So, Atif, when will Atif get that government job? This might be really soon. I pulled these with the intent of estimating timing, okay? We have 6 of Wands and 8 of Wands. The Wands are the fastest moving suit in the tarot. When I do timing, Wands are days, okay? 6 to 8 days, perhaps. So I guess in about a week-ish. Again, about a week, plus or minus maybe a day. But there's 6 of Wands. That's like victory, success, getting like the outcome that you're wanting. And then 8 of Wands is all about that fast moving energy. So you may hear back if you applied, you might hear back sooner than you think you will, or you may be able to start sooner than you think. They may also throw you into a fast-paced working environment. That's not always a bad thing. It just depends on your preferences and what you like and what your limits are. But yeah, there's something about just like this right away kind of energy. So perhaps the next 6 to 8 days. So I hope that works out for you. And let us know if you show up on next week's stream. Like, let us know if that's like if that is what actually ended up happening, because it does feel like it's going to be very, very soon. Okay. Okay. Sunflower, I see you've changed your question a little bit, so let's see what we can do with this. Sunflower says they have a really good friend. He often says he likes me, but we talk less. Can I know by when? Okay, when can I get regular good communication? Okay, this one might be okay. We're not gonna like look at what's going on in his mind or anything like that, but when will Sunflower and her good friend be back into regular communication? And then I'm going to also ask Spirit if there's anything that you can do or need to know about this. So let's see. Sunflower and her good friend that she did say in the message to Spirit, you know exactly who it is, so that's all right. And anything that Sunflower needs to know regarding this, the connection that she has with this person. Ooh, okay, all right. I want to look at the bottom of the deck first. Spirit, can I? They're like, no, you weren't supposed to, but whatever. 6 of Cups. Have you been friends with this person like for years? This is giving like childhood friend kind of energy. Like you've been close for this is a long time. Like you two go way back. Okay. I have. To estimate timing, perhaps we have 4 of Wands. So perhaps the next like few days, 4 days-ish, this person might start talking to you more regularly, replying a little more regularly. We have this one smiling and being all like, oh, don't mind my silly faces. Like, anyway, Judgment and Hierophant. And I was gonna, we're like, Spirit, I don't want to know we're not gonna look at what's going on in this person's mind, but something that is okay for you to know that we can talk about here is that they are gonna tell you how they feel about you for sure. Now, I know you said in your chat that this person has already told you that he likes you, but you guys just haven't really talked a whole lot. They're gonna like do an official kind of like professing their feelings for you, or like confess your feelings, profess your feelings. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, they want to make this official with you with the Hierophant. It doesn't necessarily mean like marriage right now, but being able to make it like official. I'm not giving away how old I am. You guys, if you watch my channel, you'll know. I've said before what my age is, but when I was young, like in high school, and 2 people were dating, they had to be Facebook official, where, you know, it was like, I'll just use me for example. Sienna Rose is in a relationship with X, Y, and Z. And it was like publicly posted, and then it became official. Like there's that kind of energy, but it doesn't have to be social media related at all. But there's just this official where it's like, yeah, we are 100% an item. That's what your friend really, really wants with you. And it's okay for you to know this. So that's why it's coming up, and that's why I'm getting these intuitive messages for you. Now it's up to you whether or not you like this person that way or not, you know. Let's just do, what should Sunflower do then? Is there anything Sunflower should do about this? I think I see why they hadn't been in quite regular contact with you. The feeling that I get is that they're worried about harming your friendship, which is totally valid. I get that. That is absolutely a legitimate concern, especially when you get more serious and become more than friends with somebody that has been in your life for a very long time, okay? But I have for what should you do about it. If this is what you want, if this is the kind of relationship you want with this friend, you want to take it further and be more than friends, why not? I see with this Knight of Wands, like if there's passion there, follow it, you know? And again, it's up to you and what you think will be the right thing for you to do and stuff, but there is just this, like, with our Knight of Wands, this can be kind of a spicy card, you know what I mean? With the passion, I'm not shy about talking about sexual things. It's just that I have to be careful about it on YouTube, because if I don't get outright demonetized, my content will be hidden, and the algorithm just won't show my new stuff anymore. So I do have to be careful. And the thing is, they won't tell you what it was that you said that so offended Google that they don't want to show your stuff anymore, right? I'm just saying, this is kind of a spicy card. There's passion. If you both feel that same way about each other, this is saying, like, why not? Like, follow the passion. I have 9 of Swords in reverse. There's this, like, I don't want to invalidate your feelings or your worries, if there is a worry here about, like, harming your friendship and about, like, your future with this person. I'm just getting here with our 9 of Swords in reverse. The message is your feelings are valid, but the thing you're worried about, like, you actually don't have to be quite so worried. Like, there will be a better outcome than you are afraid of here. There's a whole bunch of chats that I have not caught up on, but wow, Lilith, thank you so much. And and Brenda's here as well. So Lilith and Brenda and my other mods, thank you so much for cleaning up the riffraff. I had to do vertical streaming on mobile today. My computer has decided that today is when it had to do updates and take its sweet goddamn time with it. But yeah, okay, so that is what I have for you, Sunflower. Okay. Laverne, thank you for your super chat. I just saw that, and I will get to you as soon as I can. Sasha's asking, what are the chances me and Kay the Scorpio have a conversation this week? Sure, why not? Let's look at it. Sasha and Kay the Scorpio. When might they have a conversation this week? Or what are the chances they will have a conversation? Let's see. What are the chances that they will have a conversation this week? I had a couple that just Fell out. I'm just going to pull one more. We have 2 3s, 3 3, and I was shown a pie chart with 33%, like 1/3. You know, it's 33.3333, repeat whatever. But you know, 33, 66, 99. So I'm seeing 33. So perhaps that, if we want to look at percentage, I'm not a math expert. I was always terrible at math. My ADHD could never. But 33% chance, or like a 1/3 of a whatever however you want to describe that. But let's just go with the 33% chance that you'll have this conversation. Now, Spirit, are you showing me these just because they're 3s, or is there something to our 3 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles that is deeper? Let's clarify. If you and this person were having issues, I got Queen of Cups and she's in reverse. The gender on the court cards, like I've said before, is not, like, it doesn't matter. It's the energy that's present, right? So it doesn't matter if the person on your mind is male or female. Queen of Cups is just, it's the energy, okay? They're going to tell you when they're ready. They're going to tell you the way that they feel, but they're going to reveal it, the way they feel. What they're going to tell you is something you didn't know before. And it's going to be like, oh my God, I actually didn't know you felt like that. Like, I'm really glad you told me, and now I can understand. I have the Judgment card. This person does, they really do want to have this conversation with you. Why am I, Spirit, then why am I getting 33%? 33. I keep just getting 33, 33, 33. There's a particular kind of conversation that you want to have. And it will come eventually, but the next time you talk, like, it's a 1/3 or whatever chance that it will be that particular conversation that you want, okay? For at least, because you were saying this week. So if it does not come up, if that conversation does not come up this week, when will it come up? Because I feel like it will eventually come up. So if that conversation doesn't come up this week, when? So it's not really written in stone or anything. This, however this person is feeling, like they're very hesitant to talk about their emotions and to open up like that. And it's not necessarily because of you. It's when people are like this, it's almost always because of them and something that is happening within them, or, you know, their own traumas, or their own, everybody has their own lore, right? It's them. This person is just, they're not ready. They're not ready to have this deep of a conversation quite yet. I guess that's why we only got that 33% chance that they would be willing to this week. They're just not ready yet. The conversation, it will happen. If it doesn't happen this week, I don't know, but it will be soon. It'll be whenever they feel that they're ready. I hope that was helpful to you. Rashi 444. Were my ex and I twin flame or karmic? Let's see. Twin flame or karmic relationship? I'm getting that twin flames are like a type of karmic relationship, but they go about it differently. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my stomach growled. It's decided that now is the perfect time to digest. All right. So, Rashi, they and their ex, twin flame or karmic, what can we know about the spiritual nature of that relationship? Sorry, the face I'm making, I'm just thinking. I don't think it was twin flame. I don't really have anything here to like give me that impression. And I did get another like intuitive little piece of info for you. This relationship, this last one you had, it was still very significant, okay? Sometimes people think, oh, it was a karmic relationship, so it really wasn't that important, or it wasn't, well, I guess it wasn't that serious or that big a deal. No, this was actually very serious. It was very important for your spiritual growth and theirs. It was supposed to happen in this lifetime for you to be together, and the lessons that you two learned from your time together is something that your soul, I would say, set out to learn before you came here. These are lessons you're going to learn. That person's soul also had kind of the same lessons, and it's kind of like you were matched up because you were both able to help each other to learn and grow. Now, there was learning when to walk away. Who does the song? Is it Kenny Rogers? I don't know. It's the know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away. For some reason that comes to mind. And Five of Swords being in reverse, it shows me that I don't know what the nature of your breakup was like, but that in the future you're going to look back on it and be like, oh, that was totally okay. Like that really wasn't. At the time, it felt, maybe very intense, but I realize now how it was important and how it needed to happen. So it wasn't a bad thing, okay? Just learning when to let stuff go, when to keep trying, and when to, I don't want to say give up, because that always has such a negative connotation to it. But when to release something that just isn't working. Okay, and yeah, I see here we have 8 of Swords with, this is usually the one card that is like all about feeling trapped, right? Entrapment and restricted. And then we have here a Page of Pentacles. I'm being shown what you learned was that you grew or you progressed until you couldn't anymore, and then you had to step out of that situation so that you could continue to learn and grow in a way that is still in your best alignment. Think of it like an aquarium, right? You have, when I was a kid, my family used to go to this Chinese restaurant. Super, super kind owners. I really liked them. They had a tank with these great big koi fish, okay? Eventually, after a few years, they had to upgrade their tank and get a bigger one because their fish just kept growing and growing and growing. And when the fish are in an environment that's too small, that they've outgrown, they become uncomfortable, and it's not in their best good to keep them in something that's so tiny. So they upgraded their tank and it was a great, great big one. And the fish were happy. They had more room to grow and they had more room to swim. I'm seeing that this was kind of happening for you in that last relationship. You took it as far as you could until there was really nowhere else to go with it. And then you learned that it was okay to walk away from that and to leave it behind. You learned what you needed to learn, and it's okay to let it go. I think it was karmic, but it taught you very, very important lessons, both of you. So I hope that was helpful. Yes, thank you, Lilith. I don't know, I can't remember if I put that in my stream rules, was no spamming. It's okay to ask your question, and then, like, if I don't see it or acknowledge it, then maybe ask it once again, but don't spam it over and over. If you spam, I will ignore you. I see we have some new subscribers. Thank you so, so much. Gotami, my gym owner, thoughts, intentions towards me, new subscriber. That's a little third party. I don't know if I'm comfortable looking at that. Sorry. How could we reword this? Is there anything that Gotami needs to know regarding this person? To, or is there, like, what do they need to know, or what is the advice for them so that they and this person can have the best possible, like, working connection for the best results? Okay, again, like I say in all the readings where these cards come up, gender is not important. It's just the energy. There's this, like, I keep hearing, like, keep doing you and keep doing things the way that you like to do them and the way in which you are comfortable, and that's also safe for you. That's important too. You don't have to hide aspects of yourself in order to make other people feel more comfortable. Like, you don't have to hide aspects of yourself to be more palatable to others, okay? So that's something that's coming up. That's okay for you to know. Magician, I don't really know what it is that you want, like, from this relationship, connection. Because you're saying it's your gym owner or a trainer. Like, again, I'm not really sure what it is that you want to get out of this, but I have with the magician that, like, you can manifest it. Like, let's say, for example, like, it's you're saying it's your gym owner. Maybe, like, I don't know if this is your experience or not, just examples here. Let's just say that someday you would like to actually work with this person and have like a partnership or like a co-owner sort of situation. Like, if that is what you want, you could be able to manifest this. Or, like, let's say it's your trainer or whatever. You want to manifest the results, the health, the strength built, the whatever other kind of results that you want. With the help of this person, you can manifest that too. I just got one more thing. I'm just gonna clarify. I have this leave behind the notion that people have to like or dislike you right away, or make up their mind about how they feel about you right away. And you can let go of the notion that you have to either like or dislike somebody right away. It's okay to give this relationship or this connection time to grow and develop. Yeah, so I just keep getting like, just keep being yourself. There's no need to mask. You shouldn't have to mask around this person. And if you do, they're not somebody that needs to be in your life, okay? And that, yeah, should you want whatever certain results that you want from being with this person or working together with them, you can manifest it, okay? Oh no, PL, I'm so sorry to hear about what happened with your sister. At only 40 years old, we will pray for healing energy for her, peace and comfort for her and for the rest of your family and for the rest of her loved ones. May she recover and heal very, very soon. Let's just pull, I'm just going to pull some cards for you, just words of comfort for you, okay? For PL, some words of comfort regarding PL and that situation with their sister's health. Okay. I have the Empress. Again, with something is growing. But it's slow, okay? I'm seeing slow growth and slow progress. But what I am seeing it's like a picture of like neurons or something, like reconnecting and new pathways in the brain forming. I see that. That's growing, but it's taking time, okay? She is going to have to rest for a long time and recover. And I say a long time because it could be the next 5 months. Again, no, not a medical professional, not able to diagnose or give a prognosis really, but from what I have here, it seems like she has lost, for now, it's going to look like she's lost several like skills, or like, how do I put that? I don't want to say abilities, but you know, some people have a stroke and they are unable to speak for a while, and sometimes they recover that ability, or sometimes they're lose sensation in different parts of the body, or they just, yeah, it's like some skills just kind of fall off. I see like a slow recovery there. Anything spiritual behind this? Spiritual meaning? That is still relevant for PL. Anything that PL can do to help. Okay. Page of Swords. This is showing me where we had, actually, I'll show you the other ones I have first. Okay. King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. This is like health, well-being, security. Both of these cards are about security and having everything that you need. What I get here is that she had like a strong enough, some kind of solid enough foundation, or perhaps health was solid enough beforehand, that despite this interruption, yeah, I'm getting the word interruption with this Page of Swords and with the medical event that happened to her, There's still, again, I can't do diagnoses or like a prognosis, but I just really strongly feel like she will recover. It'll take time, but because she already had like a good enough like health foundation, like some things may not be the same, but like she will eventually recover. This was, it was a like a blip. In the long term, it's going to look like this was a blip on her radar, a slight interruption to her life. Again, I'm so sorry that she's dealing with that. That must, I could not imagine how much that must feel and be for her, but especially, well, especially for her, but also, I meant to say also for everyone else who loves her and cares about her, because we don't want to see our loved ones struggling with anything, so. I'm not comfortable doing what's so-and-so's feelings for me. I don't really feel like reading on that right now. Super Pearl Boy Roy says, I'm an underwear model. Congratulations. That's great. Okay, Laverne wants a general reading. Laverne, I finally got to your super chat and your question. Again, thank you so much for that. General reading for Laverne. Okay, what does Spirit want to say right now for Laverne? What is going on right now? What's the energy looking like? General reading vibes. I'm not doing any particular kind of spread either. I'm just pulling cards, okay? Oh, this looks good. This is happy for you, okay? I mean, it starts off, I say, oh, this is happy for you. It starts off looking like it's not happy. We have 3 of Swords and the Hermit. 3 of Swords, that's all about like that, the heartbreak, and the Hermit is about time alone. Sometimes it's isolation. But I have 8 of Pentacles next to these. You've been working really hard on yourself and like doing inner work and inner healing. You've spent time alone and it has helped you to like heal or mend a broken heart. It's helped you to reset and find clarity and peace. Yeah, through the spending time alone. And it's been really beneficial for your inner work. And this is just a context that Spirit wanted to give me so that I kind of understand a little bit better what's going on with your reading. And then what's coming, I have Knight of Wands. This is like getting yourself back out there. So, you know, it could be relationships. I mean, it could be anything. But let's just say, for example, okay, it was a relationship that ended. You spent some time single, taking care of yourself, you know, doing your inner work, going to therapy or whatever you needed to do for your emotional well-being. And now it's like, okay, now I'm ready to get back out there. I have 6 of Swords and Justice. 6 of Swords is one of my favorite cards to see because it talks about being able to move on, being able to go forward in life, going from chaos to calm, basically. From this like really dark time that you've been in to like, look how they're even kind of taking off towards the sunrise, right? Things are getting better. And then we have the Justice card. Something is being balanced or made right for you. Something is being made right in your life as a result of the healing that you did from your time alone. What's being made right? What's being made right? Let's see. What's being made right for this person? there's the ability here, 7 of Pentacles next to 3 of Pentacles, for like better long-term friendships, longer lasting friendships, longer lasting relationships. Maybe there was something within you that was unhealed but was having a negative effect on your friendships and relationships. It seems like you've got it under control now based on the time alone that you've had and what you've learned and what you have done to help yourself out. Okay? So that looks good. Looks good. Better relationships, stronger relationships, attracting better long-term relationships and friendships for you. Okay? So that's what you got, liver, and I hope that was helpful. Let's double check. I'm pretty good on battery still. Imelda, any messages for me? We're having mother-in-law's rosary tonight. Okay. Also, hello, Imelda. Welcome. Wait, I'm muted? What? Can you guys hear me or no? Oh, Lil says, no, I was muted. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you meant muted, like muted in the chat, or like you couldn't hear me muted. Okay, oh my God. Thank God you can hear me. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back up then. Ronak says, my question was skipped. I asked first. I didn't even see your question. I guess I'm just not at that point in the chat yet. Okay, I'm just reading all the comments here. Okay. Just looking. Trying to find where I left off. We just did Laverne's reading. Yeah. Yes, Laverne, thank you so much for being patient. I know that was a bit of a wait, but you were a champ, and I really appreciate it. Okay, back to Imelda, mom-in-law's rosary. Imelda says, mom-in-law had to live out of a suitcase last 2 years. She moved every 2 weeks because my sister-in-law, oh my God, okay. Yeah, so that was like a kind of a messed up family dynamic there. And I'm not saying that to like be judgmental. I'm just saying like, oh, now that I have the context, now I understand how important that this is to you guys. After living with her and cleaning and cooking and raising her daughter for the last 26 years, all members all go their own ways. Well, the family members all go their own ways after mom-in-law's rosary. And just other info that's okay for us to know. That is okay for us to look at on stream. Okay. What'll your family relationships with each other be like after this rosary, this whole thing? Okay. All right. It seems like, I don't know if everybody is going to go like their own ways and if that's going to be like permanently. I don't get anything about like permanent no contact. But something I do have here is like, okay, we have the Emperor. Now this could be like a paternal figure, or whoever the patriarch of the family is could be feeling quite exhausted over this. But it doesn't necessarily have to mean that. I also do pick up here that everybody just would rather, I'm just seeing something about everybody would rather just be in control of their own selves and would rather just be responsible for themselves and be the boss of themselves. And like not worry about everybody else in the family's like influence and opinions and stuff on them. Because I see, now I don't know the entire family dynamic, but what I do have here with our 10 of Wands is that things were getting pretty heavy and things were it was getting to be a little too much, maybe with the dysfunction. Somebody was kind of acting as like the glue that was holding the family together, and that doesn't necessarily have to be a dad or a paternal figure. Again, gender, not totally important, it's more about the energy. But whoever it was that was acting as like, again, like I said, the glue holding your family together, or that pillar, they are exhausted and they just want to be the glue for themselves and their own life or their own little household. They are very tired of being the one that like is holding everything up. You know what I mean? Some of the family are going to have a little bit of time alone. And I think that's okay, though. There's going to be a lot of self-reflection here. Yeah. Everyone's going to have a chance to, like, take a break from each other. And that's not always a bad thing, right? Going to be able to just kind of live their own life for a while and have the experiences that they want or need to have on their own. And then I asked, so what about mom-in-law? Do not worry about this death card, okay? It's not literally like death. No. It just means transformation, okay? So her situation is transforming and I'm like, okay, well, in which area of her life is transforming? We got 2 of Cups. She will either be going, like living with someone or around someone who does genuinely value her and cherish her and like likes her for who she is, not just what she can do for the household in which she lives. She's gonna have, I'm seeing like good company, good honest to God, good friends, good connections, real compassion, mutual effort, mutual understanding, and mutual respect. Okay? So yeah, I think everyone's kind of gonna go do their own thing for a little while, but she will have good people around her and she will be good. Like she will be okay. She'll be in good company. That's what I have, okay? Urvashi, I already read your thing. If you and your ex were twin flame or karmic, and you guys were karmic. But you learned very important stuff. You may have to, you can double tap on your screen to go back, or just, tap and drag to go back. You may have to go and rewatch it if you missed it. But I did read on that for you. And then, yeah, Elda, that's what I had. That's what I had for you. Okay, Kushi is saying it's my birthday today, so happy birthday to Kushi in the chat. A message from the universe. Kushi says, I feel stuck. And if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, I do apologize. Please let me know. Anyways, birthday message for Kushi because they feel stuck. What's going on? What's the message here? What's any info that they need to know that's going to help them with this situation of this feeling stuck? Okay, let's see. first thing I have, 7 of Wands. I'm seeing maybe you have a ton of responsibilities right now. And like just a lot of different stuff on your plate and a lot of, I'm getting the word expectations. A lot is being expected of you right now from the people around you. I have the Emperor. And with this, I got, you are in control. You are the one who decides. Now, I mean, of course, some things are non-negotiable. Like, you know, you gotta go to your job every day that you're scheduled, and you know, you gotta put in your best effort. You gotta do that. But when it's stuff that's not a necessity, right? Like you have, maybe there are these obligations. Someone has been wanting you to come and hang out with them, or like they just keep wanting to schedule stuff with you, or they keep wanting you to schedule things for them or reach out first to them. You are the one that's in control here, and it is okay to say no. You are allowed to assert your authority over yourself. You are allowed to decide what you do with your spare time, who you spend it with, and just like the way in which you want to present yourself while you're doing this. I have 3 of Cups. There are good friends around you that you're gonna, okay, what I'm actually really getting here is you are going to realize, I think in the near future, in the next few months, who your true friends are and who you're going to like take with you into all of the later stages of your life, right? Because we have, you know, some friendships absolutely are forever. Well, you know, and sometimes people are in our lives and then out of our lives, and some people are always there. You're going to get that sense of who it is, who you know is always going to be there. And there's going to be a lot of fun with these people, and just like happiness and connection and this feeling of like togetherness and just having a good time with these people in your life, because they will respect your boundaries and they will respect your no, or your reschedule, or your I can't help you with this, or I don't want to. But you know what? You don't always have to give an explanation. Sometimes no, well, not just sometimes, no is a complete sentence. And I was trying to say sometimes you don't have to explain yourself. If you have a boundary, you have a boundary, right? But I'm just saying that these are the people you're going to find in your life soon, that you're going to be like, okay, these are the people that they don't get offended when I say no. They don't mind, you know, just because you have free time or just because you got the day off doesn't mean you want to spend it running errands for your friend, or it doesn't mean you want to spend it watching your niece all afternoon. Just examples, right? Or it doesn't mean that you have the energy physically or emotionally or the mental bandwidth for any of that. You are the one who's in control of your schedule, what you do, and what you say yes and no to, okay? So that's a message for you. Because perhaps that's what's keeping you stuck. Maybe the people pleasing is keeping you stuck. But yeah, don't worry about people leaving your life once you start putting up boundaries, because if they leave because they're not happy with this new you, they should not have been there in the first place. And it just means that they weren't meant to be there forever. The ones who will respect and understand are the ones who are meant to be there forever, okay? All right. So I hope that was helpful for you. Happy birthday! Okay, Kashalia, I'm so sorry. I don't have I don't have the right pronunciation, but please let me know. Is asking, when will I get notification of being called back to work? When can I resume my job? Let's see. Notification to be back to work. When will they be called back to work? Okay. To estimate timing, I have 2 of Swords, so potentially in the next 2 weeks. But there's something else here. I think it's going to be for smaller projects, like with this Page of Wands. It's smaller projects, or it's fewer, there are fewer tasks or something than what you were doing before the time off or before the hiatus, whatever. I'm going to say small to medium-sized projects with our Knight of Wands, because there will be stuff to do, but it's not, I'm getting the word like crunch time. It's not going to be crunch time or crunch season. I know that sounds really weird, but that's what has come to me, so that's what I'm going to say. Because I have the Temperance. Like, it's going to take a little while before perhaps you're on light duties. Like, let's just say, I don't know why you had time off, but let's just say, for example, like somebody who had to take time off because of an illness or an injury, when they do come back, oftentimes they're put on light duties, depending on what the job is. So they can do, like, let's say admin work, but maybe not the manual labor. Or they can do the aspects of the job that require driving instead of, again, more manual labor or something like that. There are smaller to like moderate things that you'll be able to do. It'll take a while before you can go back to firing on all cylinders and putting in your usual amount of, or the usual amount of effort that you used to before you had this time off. But perhaps the next 2 weeks. This might be good though, to kind of like dip your toe back in and sort of get used to it again, instead of just going from having time off to being thrown right back into the frying pan, you know? Or whatever the saying is. Super Burl Boy Roy, the underwear model, says I liked and subbed. Well, thanks. Congrats. Cool. Sunder says my inner demon and I are in a breakup, so I'm feeling down. Oh. But wait, if they're your inner demons, wouldn't you want that? Like, you know, to finally be separate from them. But I don't know, everybody's different, everybody's experience and perception is a little different, or maybe you're just trolling and I don't, you know. Or are you saying inner demon, like, are you referring to like your partner or something like that as your inner demon? Anyway. If you're struggling, I do feel for you and you have my empathy, and I will be sure to pray for comfort and for peace of mind for you, and so that you can start feeling better soon. Android Gaming says, hi, Rose. You can call me Rose if you want to. Wild Rose Tarot Consulting. My name is Sienna Rose, but you can call me Sienna or Rose, whatever. Totally fine. Be prepared for anything that's coming up for me this month. Okay, so Android Gaming, anything coming up for Android Gaming in the month of February? that they need to look out for, or just have a heads up on. Because when I say look out for, I don't mean that to sound like, oh, be careful, it's a warning. I just mean just to, you know, some things are good to just know in advance. Okay. Android gaming, things that they can come to expect or look for this month. Okay. First, biggest things I'm seeing, I have 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, help and support. Sometimes this is like a donation of one's material things, money, or belongings. It can also just be somebody's like donating their time or their effort or their energy to help you. And they're not really asking much in return. They're helping because they can and because they know how to do this thing, whatever it is, at work. It is a work thing that maybe you're struggling with something, or you are new to something and you're figuring it out. There's somebody there that's going to be able to give you the support that you need, because they remember what it was like when they were in that same position as you. You're going to be learning something with this Queen of Swords. Like that Queen of Swords, like that gives me like instructor, teacher kind of vibes. What are you going to be learning or perhaps doing some kind of training on? What is it? What are you going to be learning? Let's just go with that. What will you be learning in February? Okay. This is good though, okay? You are going to be learning that we have our 5 of Swords. That's about like cutting your losses, and sometimes it's winning at all costs, but the vibe this time, it's kind of the opposite. Sometimes you're this person, sometimes you're these ones. This is winning at all costs. This is cutting one's losses and just walking away. This is cutting your losses. Or cutting, detaching or cutting off like a certain energy. You don't have to struggle by yourself. You're going to be learning how to ask for help. Really, that's the short answer that I have. I think maybe you are used to struggling by yourself, because maybe in the past or in childhood or whatever, you asked for help and people either just couldn't or didn't, or they invalidated you, or they embarrassed you, or they in whatever way used it against you later. I can understand why you may, if that is what happened to you, I can understand why asking for help is tough and why you would rather struggle on your own, but you don't have to, okay? So you're getting to this place of chaos to calm, is how I referred to this earlier. Just there are calmer shores ahead, there are better things ahead, because you will have the help that you need in February, okay? I saw it as like a work thing. You're getting extra help with work, but there could be other aspects of your life in which you have been just suffering by yourself or struggling by yourself. Without asking for help, you are going to have the courage, or you're going to learn how to ask for help. Sometimes people don't even know how to ask for help, or even know that they need help. I know that's been me before, and then I've learned like, oh, that wasn't normal, or like, oh, I can ask for help with this, and this is how. Okay, see, I think you're going to be learning something like that in February. So this is good. Getting help, learning something new, and learning to ask for help, and learning that you don't need to struggle by yourself. It's okay for people to help you. That's what I got for you. Okay, just reading down in the chat. Okay, Ronak is asking whose turn is it? Whose turn is it? I didn't even see where you posted your question. Barbara, hello and welcome. Barbara Grace says hi from the UK. Barbara is fantastic because she sent me 2 gorgeous homemade blankets. And I still use them, and like they're amazing. They're so soft, they're so comfortable. They've been washed a couple times and they've held up very well. So they were made like great quality materials, obviously, and with great craftsmanship. Because I just had to point that out, that how much I still appreciate, and I'm still so happy that you sent me those blankets way back when. Okay, DB is asking, because I'm going to skip a few, because, you know, we would be here all day if I read for every single person in the chat, okay? I am going to skip ahead now. We're going to go to DB's question. So if I didn't get to you and you were, you know, somewhere in the middle of that section that I skipped over, I do apologize. But, and if you've been spamming, and if I've seen your question come up and you being like, hey, read on me, like, I will ignore you. It's the principle of the thing. But you guys are, I'm just saying, like, you guys, for the most part, fantastic. Like, this stream, you and all the new viewers in the chat, like, I just want to say I really appreciate how well behaved everybody has been, because I tried doing a reading like this last Wednesday on stream, and like, I had fun, but some stuff got really annoying. Some behaviors in the chat were very annoying. So I just appreciate that you guys are being awesome today. DB says I have to fly on President's Day weekend, or on President's Weekend. Will the flight be safe? Okay. So DB's flight. How will that flight go? Something fell out on the floor, and we're gonna, okay. It will be safe, okay? That's the short answer, is that it will be safe, and we're gonna look at why. Now, first of all, there might be a little bit of a delay on the tarmac. I'm seeing that with the 4 of Swords, but it's not an emergency. It's not, like, I don't see waiting hours and hours. I don't see it being because there's something wrong with the plane. There's just, for whatever reason, there may be a short delay at first. But this particular flight, you have, it's a crew that has been, they're very experienced. Okay, I got this with 10 of Pentacles. They're very experienced. 3 of Pentacles, they work together really, really well. So I'm seeing that could be captain and first officer. That can also be like them plus the attendants, you know, the flight attendants and stuff. They all work together really well, and like they're a team. I'm hearing a good pilot and a safe pilot, but they're both good. It's just to like reinforce to you that like, it's okay. These people know what they're doing. They have lots of experience. There is like this good teamwork. It runs smoothly. Knight of Pentacles. This is something about like predictability, but also slowness. I'm going to clarify that predictability and that slowness. What is that all about? I'm seeing a link to the delay. Okay, okay. So this is all right. Remember when, like 5 seconds ago, we had that thing come up about a good pilot and a safe pilot? That is actually a quote from something external, but Spirit does give me like quotes and remind me of stuff like from shows and literature and media, if it helps to kind of illustrate the point that is trying to be made. With the good pilot, the safe pilot, part of the delay, I feel, is because of when I say a good pilot and a safe pilot, they're both good and they're both safe, but there's one that is very, very safety oriented and is a stickler for everything being, like, it has to be perfect. This person has very high standards. Like, the safety inspection might take a little bit longer, but it's because they want to make sure that they put people's fears to rest. Because, you know, we do sometimes hear about problems with Boeing, or like problems with, oh, you know, there was if I remember correctly, there was a crash recently that was quite devastating. Like recently, as in like a few days ago. I think that was in the US, I could be wrong, but this, like, whichever it is, either the captain or the first officer, the very safety-oriented one, yeah, they just want to make sure that people's fears are nipped right in the bud. And so they may take a little bit of extra time with the safety checks. That could be why there's a bit of a delay on the tarmac. It does seem like it will be safe because the people that are, you know, operating the plane are safe, and they're so careful. I get that. There's a very careful energy. Anything else about this flight before I move on to the next reading? I don't know who you are traveling with, or if you're going to be by yourself. It's not really relevant. But I'm seeing something about like a seat mate, or like somebody that's sitting next to you. Could be either a mom, or like a mom who has a baby or a small child, or somebody who's pregnant. You kind of have like with this Page of Cups, like you kind of spark a friendship, or like you get along really well with this person that's sitting near you while you are on your flight. And it helps kind of ease your anxieties because you have someone that, you know, you're helping keep each other distracted, you're getting along. I'm seeing like you're going to have stuff in common with each other, and it's going to be like you're just going to hit it off, and it's going to be a good flight. It's going to be a good distraction from your worries, okay? All right. I'm going to just do, I don't know, like 2 more. I know somebody sent me a super chat a bit ago, and I want to scroll down and see who it was. Oh, DB, thank you for the super chat. And then somebody else had sent one before then, and I just want to double check because I don't want to. Lilith, thank you. Oh, message deleted by Lilith Moonchild. But Lilith, are you the one that sent the super chat? Whoever did, thank you. Somebody sent a $4.99 super chat, and I really appreciate it. Now, you know what? We're going to just do one more, I think. I'm getting hungry. I've been on stream for almost 2 hours. I also do have a couple other things to get done today. Donations and free readings are closed. Thank you, Lilith. I'm going to do one more question. And I'm going to just pick a random one that was in the chat. And if I don't get to you, there was no insult or offense intended, okay? Sometimes I do them in order, and sometimes I do randomly select them. I'm the one who decides. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to decide. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Somebody in the chat earlier did ask how to book a personal reading. I have the link in the description. The program I use is called Calendly. If my mods can actually repost that link into the chat, that would be excellent, because that's where you can find me, okay? Also, siennarose.com is my website, and there's a booking link there as well. Let's see. You know what? Last one, not even from anybody in the chat. We're gonna do the week ahead, okay? So from Monday to Sunday, what is tomorrow? Today's the, what, 2nd? I think today's February 2nd. Yeah, it is. So from the 3rd, from Monday the 3rd to, what is that, the 9th? Whatever. From Monday the 3rd until the next Sunday, okay? The week ahead, what should we know? Collectively, what should we know? Okay, Knight of Wands fell out and we're gonna keep it. What else? What else should we know about our week ahead? Collective reading week ahead. Okay, I see that, and I mean, I don't even have to see this just from being psychic. We know we're living in tough times in our world, right? With the Hierophant, there are various world governments, I'm not just gonna point fingers at one or another, are causing a lot of, I'm just gonna say causing a lot of unhappiness. There's a lot of division, a lot of conflict, because of like differing views. Everybody is, maybe not everybody, I'm just gonna say people in general, for whatever reason, have been migrating more towards this like black and white, all or nothing thinking, instead of understanding that there can be a middle ground and two things that are different can both be true at the same time. You are being offered a choice. Do you want to be right or do you want to be free? Remember how we had that come up earlier in a different reading? Well, it's come up again. What are you going to fight for? Your own peace of mind and the things that matter to you? Or are you going to fight to like try and change other people's minds and try and make other people understand the things that you may not see eye to eye on? Do you want to be right or do you want to be free? You don't have to be part of the conflict or the arguments or the division. You can choose to not participate. And that's like in debates online or in that, like in the comments section on stuff, or even like social media in general. You actually don't have to participate. You don't have to check Facebook. You don't have to read these clickbaity, emotionally manipulative headlines and links and stuff. You don't have to play the game, okay? Fight for what matters to you, and fight to protect yourself and those that you feel in your heart truly need protection. But don't waste your energy trying to change the opinion of essentially a brick wall. That's what we have for you guys for the coming week, okay? Because some of these establishments, I'm going to say just establishments, institutions, governments, etc., they want the conflict and the division. When people are emotionally charged and when they're reactive and when they're divided, they're easier to control. You don't have to play the game. Okay? So guard your own peace, respectfully mind your own business, but, you know, fight for what's right if you are, you know, an advocate or an activist or whatever. You know, keep doing that, but don't waste your energy, okay? Know, excuse me, know where your boundaries are and use them. And that's what I have for you guys, okay? All right, so that was our Sunday stream. Thank you so much for watching. Again, the links to where you can find the One World Tarot, it's in the description. Where links for where you can book personal readings with me, that's also in the description, and also on my website, siennarose.com. All right, so that's what I have for everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your weekend and a great week ahead.